Hey, screenwriters. So, if you're like me, the last couple of weeks have pretty much turned your world upside down. The coronavirus outbreak has pretty much shut the industry down from both coasts. Los Angeles, California is locked down. New York is locked down. Toronto, where I'm from, is pretty much close to being locked down. So basically, no filmmaking is taking place. And as a screenwriter, this can really affect you, I can imagine. If you're like me, the last 2 weeks have been kind of claustrophobic, have been really hard to concentrate, really hard to think about writing, to even care about writing. So this video is not so much a tutorial, it's not so much a how-to video, it's not so much a piece of advice. It's really just expressing what I'm going through and to offer you at least my perspective in terms of how you as a screenwriter may want to sort of navigate your way for the next few weeks. So let's get into it. So what I've been seeing lately is that most screenwriters are divided into two kinds of camps. The first camp thinks that this coronavirus outbreak is the greatest thing ever because it allows them the time to focus on their writing. They have nothing else to do, so they can just sit in front of the computer and pound away and knock out pages. The other group is the group that I fall into that has sort of been paralyzed creatively. I'm so worried about where my next check is going to come from, how I'm going to pay the rent, that I actually can't focus on writing. And for me, no matter what camp you're in, I think that's totally fine. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling anxiety, if you're worried about where the world is heading, where your paycheck is going to come from, don't pressure yourself to write. There's no reason to. Everything is slowing down. So it's not like you're in a rush to get something done. It's not like production is going to start up tomorrow. So take your time to get into it. But if you're the writer that feels energized about this whole thing, if you finally feel that you have the time to devote to your craft, then absolutely dive into your writing, because it may be the best chunk of time you'll ever have to just solely and completely devote yourself to writing. Whatever you're feeling right now is the right way to feel for you. So don't pressure yourself into writing. Don't stress yourself into writing. And the reason I suggest that is that I don't want you to associate writing with anxiety. I don't want you to develop that emotional connection between those two things, because it can create a really bad spiral to get into. So if you're not feeling like writing, don't write. I haven't written a word in 2 weeks. I haven't bothered working on anything because I know I'm just not in that space. But I'm actually coming out the other side of it in the next couple of weeks. Probably even tomorrow, starting Monday, I'm actually going to jump right back into writing again. I'm going to start outlining again. There's a few ideas that I've been working on that I'm excited to explore again. My emotional state has sort of come out the other side, I think, at least for the short term. But I also know that I'm not putting myself under any pressure whatsoever to write. So if you're in that camp, don't worry about it. Do something else. Over the last few weeks, I've really dived back into photography. I'm an avid photographer. I love doing street photography. If you want to check out my photos, you could follow me on Instagram at YGADIN6. It's just a way for me to relieve some stress and to still remain creative. It gives me that quick dopamine hit of creativity whenever I need to. I just grab my camera, go do some photos, edit them, post them, and get immediate feedback from people. So if you have a hobby, now's the time to do it. If there's anything else other than screenwriting that you enjoy doing and you're feeling anxious, go do that for a while. Don't worry about screenwriting. But if you're really feeling creative, if you feel that you finally have the time to do some of the best writing of your life, absolutely go into it. Just be safe. Just respect others. Practice social distancing. Don't go to cafes. Don't go to a library. Work from home. Work from a park. But don't do it around others. Don't get anyone else sick. Don't get yourself sick. Practice safe screenwriting, both in terms of the health of others, but for your own mental and emotional health as well. Now, I will be getting back to doing my normal YouTube videos, and the next video I'm going to do is on James Scott Bell's book, Write Your Novel from the Middle. And it's a book that I've actually found really, really helpful for screenwriting because it helps you focus on your second act. So my next video hopefully will be a review on this book and whether or not you should buy it. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, drop them in the box below. Happy writing.